From Studio 3C in Rockefeller Center, this is News 4 New York.
As for Weinstein's case here in New York, it's been 2 years in the making. He faces 5 charges in this case. And just today, many of Weinstein's accusers rallied outside of court, demanding the judge throw the book at him. News 4's Chris Glorioso joining us live in Lower Manhattan to break down exactly what happened in court today. Chris.
Well, those charges announced in California are not the only setback for Weinstein today. Here, on day 1 of his New York trial, the judge delivered 2 blows to his legal defense. First of all, the jury will not be sequestered. That means, despite best efforts to keep them focused, they could be exposed to negative headlines coming out of California. And secondly, Weinstein will not be allowed to subpoena an NYPD detective who was accused of withholding evidence in this case. And meanwhile, those protesters condemned Weinstein once again.
Dear Harvey, no matter what lies you tell yourself, you did this. Today, Lady Justice is staring down a super predator. You.
The jury hasn't even been seated, but that didn't stop the courtroom fireworks on day 1 of Harvey Weinstein's Manhattan rape trial.
Mr. Weinstein, how are you feeling today?
The former power producer entered Judge James Burke's courtroom to hear how the Manhattan DA intends to prove he's a predatory rapist. For one, Assistant DA Joan Aluzzi said she wants to show jurors potentially embarrassing photos relating to Weinstein's conduct with one of his alleged victims. The people have a very strong argument for why these photos should be in evidence, Aluzzi said. There were 72 photographs taken, and we're going to be asking for the admission of 7 of them.
What are the 7 photographs that are apparently delicate and sensitive?
We don't have any comment.
The Weinstein defense team didn't want to speak about those photos, but they may challenge the use of the images during trial.
In the end, the government doesn't want our side to have a voice. I think they believe that their side of this story is the only one that matters and the only one that counts.
In the New York case, there are 5 charges related to 2 alleged victims. Mimi Halle, a former production assistant who says Weinstein forcibly performed oral sex on her, and a yet unnamed woman who says the producer raped her in a Manhattan hotel. Previously, Weinstein's defense has made emails from his accusers public, showing they remain friendly with him after the alleged crimes. But prosecutors plan to put other accusers on the stand, even though their allegations have passed the statute of limitations and their identities are so far unknown.
I represented Jane Doe. She will be identified by her name later on during this trial. She was raped in 2005 here in New York at Harvey Weinstein's apartment.
Harvey Weinstein has pleaded not guilty to all the charges against him, and he has denied ever having non-consensual sex. Jury selection begins tomorrow in the New York case, and one interesting note from inside the trial today, prosecutors said they intend to tell jurors more about Black Cube. That's a secretive private investigations agency Weinstein allegedly used to discredit accusers and bury journalists' stories. They even said they might call Weinstein's former lawyer, David Boies, to talk about that. Of course, Boies well known for representing Al Gore in Bush v. Gore. For now, reporting live downtown, Chris Glorioso, News 4 New York.
Chris, thank you. And as the Weinstein trial continues to develop, we will keep you updated both on the air and online. You can always go to NBCNewYork.com for continued coverage. Just search Weinstein.